Okay, so I really so when I heard about the triple heart attacks and that he was on life support, you do know that's only kind of a matter of time. So the majority of Monday was kind of spent with once his family shows up, they're gonna pull off life support. And I think Raw did a decent amount of tributes. Kevin Owens did a Hey Yo, hit a fall away slam in the main event. They did a really nice video package. Would have been cool if they had thrown in more of his earlier work, as like the Diamond Stud, but use what you can. So the photo that hopefully I get to set up with this is from 2015. It was at the Resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts Chicago premiere. Yes, I was one of the people who went to it. If you watch Resurrection, my name does actually appear in the end credits as one of the people who helped do some of the Kickstarter work for it. Also part of that too was I donated money for him to get his hip replacement surgery. So before the time of that photo, I mean, he was in rough shape. He was in a wheelchair. He could barely walk. So to see how much he turned his life around in a matter of years, to then being in the WWE Hall of Fame, not once, but twice. I mean that's an impressive feat, and you can tell he had turned his life around. He was in a much better place, mentally, emotionally, physically. And it is sad to, this is another wrestler that I've, watched a lot of growing up who's not physically with us anymore. Now I know that for, friends and family and the ones who I'm not going to say knew him best, I'm going to say know him best. Because even though you can't directly talk to him, he's still alive. He's still in here. He's still in here. That's never going to go away. He made a huge impact in the world of professional wrestling. So what you might have noticed in that picture, I got my NXT shirt on. That was shortly before he was going to talk to the kids in NXT, as he called them. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to go there next week. I'm really looking forward to it. And I remember probably talked for maybe like 20 seconds about Baron Corbin. I know out of all the people to, functionally kind of put over as a random wrestling fan in 2015, being like, Baron Corbin, he's got something. And watching, I think it was Breaking Ground, or one of the documentaries they had on the network, back when the network was still a thing. And, they showed Scott Hall showing up, and they saw him in the back, and he's talking with Corbin, and I was like, that's good. I'm like, I like that. So, like most of these things, even though he's not with us physically anymore, he's not gone. He's not forgotten. So to the friends and family, I know thoughts and prayers and all that are cliche, and everyone says them. If you know one of the people who knew him best, maybe this is the time where you give them an extra hug, or you're just someone they can talk to, a shoulder to cry on. And for anybody out there who's recently had a loved one pass on, try to be there for each other. And maybe at the end of the day, even though he was the bad guy, he made it cool to cheer the bad guys. He was an incredibly entertaining heel. Just really great when it came to the mic, solid ring work. Still sad that he was never a world champion, but he probably didn't need it. He was that over with the crowd. So